This video is meant to help you navigate the D2L system to see how to complete everything you need to for the week's work that you have. So we'll go through how to access the news tab, we'll go through how to access course content, we'll go through how to post discussion board topics, we'll go through how to access the homework Dropbox and the main assignment Dropbox. We'll also go through how to take your weekly quizzes. So here we are at Motlow's main page. We need to get to D2L, so we'll go over to Quick Links. If you go down to MSCC Online, D2L, you'll log in. And once you log in, it should pull up my class and probably several other classes. Not all your teachers may use D2L, but of course, this being an online class, we do. So you will click on your class, or my class. This takes you to the news page. Now this news page is going to be if I have any announcements that I need to make. This will be where I make those announcements. So please do check the news items. Check the main page regularly to see if I've made any updates. You already see I've got several updates I have put here, a couple of messages, so feel free to check them out. Now I'm going to actually change something you don't have to worry about. I'm going to make sure that what I see is the same role as you. I'm changing my role to student. Alright, so now we're going to be able to go through all the tabs and make sure you know how to turn in all the work that you'll have to turn in. Here we are at the main page. This is going to be where all the news items show up. Let's say though that you want to access an important document that I've posted online. All the important documents will be under the tab Course Content. So I'm going to go up here to all my different tabs. We've got Course Home, Course Content, Discussions, Dropbox, Assessments, Grades, and Class List. We're going to go to Course Content. So far you've only got 2 documents on here, and as the semester goes you will get more, so you want to check every week to see if I put any other important documents up. Let's pull up the course policy sheet. This course policy sheet is going to be the rules of the class, so I do recommend that you read this course policy sheet thoroughly and let me know if you have any questions. What you'll do is you'll simply click on it, and I'm using Google Chrome, so mine will come up down here at the bottom. If you may have to give permission to download it, you may have a yellow security tab that comes at the top of the page. Basically, if you click on the link and nothing comes up, it probably means you have to give the document permission to download. Alright, here we are. This is the course policy sheet. This goes through basically every rule that you need to know about for the class, so please do read it. Notice here I've got the office hours, and even though this is an online class, you are free to use my office hours. You can come by and ask me any questions face-to-face that you may have about the class or the work that we're doing. This is all the rules, such as late papers, go through all the different grades we have here. These are what the grades that you'll have to do over the semester. And if you notice here, the total points we have 900 points. So that's pretty deep point pool that we have. Have homework policy, quizzes. Please do look through this and let me know if you have any questions. I think it should be pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so we've looked at this document. We're good with what's on there. Let's say you want to find out what you have to do for the semester. Now, this class, even though it's an online class, I've not formatted the class to where you can complete the entire class in the first month. Basically, what I'll do every week is I'll publish a new unit of work. That means that every week you'll be responsible for completing that unit of work. You can't really work ahead too much, but it also means you don't really fall behind too much. So let's click on Coursework Outline. And this goes through a weekly breakdown of what we'll be reading, what we'll be talking about, any due dates that you have, or excuse me, any assignments that you have will be in bold. So let's take, for example, let's look at week 1. That's going to be the week we're in right now. Gives you the dates of the week. Remember, we do go from Saturday till Friday. That's kind of the span of our week. And this week you're going to be looking at a couple of videos. One's going to be the background of the British Empire as far as how technology helped establish Britain as an empire. You're also going to watch a background video on Beowulf. Now next week you'll actually read the entire text of Beowulf, so you may want to start this week. It's not exactly a short read, but it's a good one. But you're just this week you're just responsible for watching 2 videos. Notice here that in bold I've got the things that will be due by 11:59 p.m. January 20th, and that will be you'll have to do a homework assignment, quiz assignment, and also a discussion board response. So we're going to go through and see how to access all that. One thing I do want to point out, the weekly reading assignments, I do give the page numbers. Some of these you're not going to read the entire text, so make sure you look at the page numbers that I want you to read. I'd hate for you to read too much from just not paying attention to the page numbers. Also though, all these, well, most of these reading assignments have some author biographical information, and although I don't have that listed for all the entries, I think it would help you to read the biographies for the authors. So I think some of the reading assignments I've got the pages listed that include the biographies, but some of them I don't. I would recommend you read them for any authors that there is a biography for. This also has some of the major due dates, such as here we have week 7, that will be our midterm, and also we'll have a research paper due week 13. Okay. If there are any updates or changes to this document, I'll be sure to announce that on the course news information tab, but I'll let you know as soon as possible. I'm pretty sure this is set in stone. I like the way it looks. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how to post the discussion board entries that you'll be responsible for every week, including this week. The discussion board is going to be basically how you get your participation grade, and that's worth 200 points, so it's going to be very important for you to stay on top of it. So if I want to do a discussion board entry, I'll click the tab Discussions. And there's already the first week's posted. I went ahead and posted this earlier today. Basically, this will be a discussion of Beowulf, so you can't really join this discussion until after you've viewed the Beowulf video. This week, the first week, it's going to be a little different because I've basically given you the question I want you to respond to in your discussion. But for the other weeks, you're going to be basically responsible for coming up with a well-thought question. And you'll also be responsible for reading through the questions your classmates have asked, and you'll pick one question, at least one question, to respond to. You can respond to more than one if you'd like to, but please do keep in mind that your responses should be well developed. And here, you can read this, and it gives some more details of the discussion board expectations. But when you're ready to make a response, you'll click on Responses. And you'll come up here to Compose because you're going to write a response. All right. Keep in mind that the discussion board entries are going to be due by 11:59 p.m. on Fridays. Okay. That being said, you won't really benefit from the discussion board if you wait to read it 10 p.m. on Friday. That's not going to give you a lot of time to kind of digest the questions that you're reading and also the responses that you're reading. So the quicker that you can get to the discussion board, the better. I know that it's not due until Friday technically, but please do, as soon as possible, get a well-thought question and also select someone to answer to on the discussion board. That way it won't be like empty until Friday night and then all of a sudden we have, 50 messages. Okay? The next video will pick up with the Dropbox as far as how to complete homework.